guys, it's Shelby and Michelle with Farmhouse Living, and welcome back to our channel. So we are doing an easy DIY project today. I want it to be like an afternoon simple project.
And you had several, and you put them out there and you said, hey
Yeah.
guys, I've got these projects, what should I do first? And y'all voted on the door.
Yep, so Instagram decided, if you don't follow us on Instagram so you can give feedback on what projects we should do, make sure that you follow. But yes, Mom and I redid this playroom, and the flat panel door was just, it doesn't go with this wonderful wallpaper and all the other additions that we made. My daughter also has flat paneled closet doors that just don't go. She has an amazing color on her walls, and then there's just the closet's like meh. So we bought some trim, and we are going we bought a really long piece of trim. We bought trim, and we are going to add it to the doors, and we're going to show you guys how we do it. I've read tons of blogs, and I'm going to take a little from each one. So this first step that we're going to do is we are going to use painter's tape to map out our design on the door. And so Mom's going to help me there.
Yeah.
And so supply list will be on the side. I'm going to put it there, and so you can reference that, but also everything, all the details will be on the blog as well if you need a more precise breakdown. So let's make our design plan. Step 2 here is going to be cutting the trim to this design that we made. This design is 44 by 22, 22 by 22. Okay, so I have cut each individual piece for the trim, but I did want to bring up something that I noticed. So I just cut them at 45-degree angles, but initially I didn't cut where the details matched. So see how the detail piece is on the inside where they match? I've got a toddler screaming back there, or talking. She's not screaming, she's happy. But anyways, so we are going to use our nail gun to attach this to the door, but I was going to bring up for hollow doors, I was noticing that a ton of people were using liquid nails, so I might just do that in the closet door, and so we can compare both options. But we are just going to use the nail gun. And if you're looking for a tool, like a beginner's tool, this is a good one, and I will link it below. So we have finished most of our flat panel door makeover, and all we have left is paint, and it is dinner time, and that brings us to today's sponsor, which is HelloFresh, and I'm super excited to share what we are making for dinner today. So today we are making Bellissimo bruschetta burgers, and then yesterday we had balsamic fig chicken, and then tomorrow we are having creamy lemon spinach ricotta ravioli. So as you can see, these meals are super creative, but also really quick and easy. Yesterday's meal took me about 25 minutes. Today's is going to take me 30 minutes. And so having a meal that is that quick, that delicious, and that unique, so you don't get bored, with what you're eating at dinner time, I think is super awesome. One thing that I love about HelloFresh is when you crave creative meals like we do, it's oftentimes that you'll run to the grocery store, you'll find this awesome recipe online. I always come back home missing an ingredient, and as you can see here, the entire bag for this individual meal is full with every single ingredient. Also, I did save a ton of time because I didn't have to grocery shop this week, which makes me super happy because I am not a huge fan of grocery shopping. I also love that they have the flexibility. So if you want to change your order delivery date from a Monday to a Wednesday, or whichever day you may need, our weeks change every single week. So knowing that we have the flexibility to update that is important to me. I also love that they have add-ons. So if you want to add extra protein, or you want to add a breakfast or a lunch, or even just something that complements a meal, that is an option for you. So we're super big fans of HelloFresh. We're super excited to try these burgers today. So our discount code today is Farmhouse Living 16. You get up to 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts at HelloFresh. You can visit the link in the video description and make sure that you let me know what you think about your meals and how much time it saved. What projects did you get to take on because you weren't spending time at the grocery store or overthinking your family's meals? So let's get to eating some burgers, and then we are going to paint that door and see the entire room refreshed. So the playroom door is finished, it's painted, it is complete, and I am totally in love with the transformation. It made a huge impact. So now we are taking on the same project in my daughter's bedroom for her flat paneled closet doors. They definitely need a makeover. I love the color on the wall. It feels really sophisticated and fun, and then there's these doors that just don't have the same feel. So we are going to do the same project, but I'm going to take it on 100% without power tools. So I'm not going to use the miter saw, and I'm not going to use a nail gun. I am only going to use this little cutter tool from Home Depot for $15 and liquid nails. I've seen other people do it, but I thought this would be helpful to give feedback on both options, but also give an option for people who might not have power tools, because a year ago I did not have power tools, but I would have wanted to take this type of project on. So we're going to do it. We're going to see how it goes. I've already taped off the design that I want, and then I penciled in the placement on the other panels. And I did have some inspiration on this that I'll pop up right over here, that they had a closet door set that looked very, very similar to this. And so we are going to try to create that same look. So let's get started. So I have laid the trim pieces out on the floor to make sure they match, and now I'm going to use liquid nails to install them to the door, and I'm going to keep them secure while the liquid nails dries with painter's tape. So we'll see if this works as good as the brad nailer. So I've got my second batch of trim up on the second panel, and I'm going to give a little feedback on the no power tool method. So the way that we are mitering the trim pieces is working with this little tool. No problem. But the liquid nails has proven to be very messy, and so I did pull out my brad nailer to continue the process. I will tell you the benefit of using the liquid nails is that you can kind of maneuver the piece of trim around to get it in the right place, but the mess to me wasn't worth it, so I'd rather tape it up with accuracy, make sure that it is in the right place, and then use the brad nailer. So maybe I would invest in a brad nailer before I would invest in a miter saw. But liquid nails works. It's definitely on there. This panel is dry and those pieces they're stuck. So I don't think that them coming off is a concern, but the mess, I like it to be not messy. So that's just my own 2 cents there. All the flat panel doors are made over in the house, and I love how they look. So the closet doors, we went with a little bit of a different look. We painted the trim and the doors, which I love that monochromatic look. The color on the walls is Sherwin-Williams Sweet Beige, which is a color that I found from a really amazing Instagram inspiration that I'll pop up here. So we went with a different look in the room, but the same color palette and kind of the same idea of going with the same color trim as the doors as the walls, which is, you're seeing that it's a much more common trend in design right now, and I think it's a fun thing to try in like a kid's space or maybe a bathroom, something like that, especially if you have trim work like we do. So let's talk about the pros and cons of using power tools and not using power tools. So in this space, we did the power toolless method for the flat panel door update, and it took me about triple the time. Now keep in mind, I did have more panel or more trim work on these doors than I did the one door in the playroom, but that little miter box is very time consuming. But a pro of that is it does cut very straight, just as straight as the miter saw. Either way, anyone can do these projects. Anyone can update a flat panel door. You don't have to live with them. They can be beautiful and stunning, and I think we did that. We also changed out the light fixture in here to one that I got at a thrift store. It was a Pottery Barn light that retailed for 800 bucks that I found at a thrift store. You will see that the walls, it gives like kind of an iridescent like texture to the walls, but she thinks it's really pretty, and sometimes it pops up rainbows, so I love that. And then we updated the basket wall. We put some butterflies instead of that, and so we're updating this entire room. We still have some updates to make. I'll continue to paint the rest of the trim and the main door, and then do some other things. So anyways, I hope that this inspired you. I hope that it was helpful. I would love to know if you're gonna try the method with power tools or without power tools, and if you have doors to update. So I hope you have a great day, guys. Bye.